I never know how to start videos like this, but basically I feel like I'm stuck. I went outside to work on the white truck today, and I know exactly what I've got to do to finish the white truck. It's pretty straightforward. I've got to clean up some metal surfaces, torque down some bolts, put things back together. I'm really past the risky stages of this, but for some reason I find it really hard to push myself to do that. But today I did push myself. I got out there, I opened the garage door, and it's cold out. it's chilly, it's windy, it sucks outside, right? But I still went out there and did it. And I got an old towel, stuck it in the engine, cleaned it up a bunch, and I got to this point in which I needed to torque down the bolts, and I had my torque wrench, and the measurements, or the specification was in inch pounds, and my torque wrench is in foot pounds. And I thought, well, all I really have to do is divide the number by 12, because there's 12 inches in a foot. Yeah, no, I think that my torque wrench doesn't work with foot-pound values that low. And basically, it was all going well, and I did up a bolt, and I was torquing it and torquing it and torquing it, and well, the torque wrench didn't give way before the head of the bolt gave way, unfortunately. The bolt snapped off. Now, not really an issue. I took it all apart and pulled the other part of the bolt out of there. But it just sucks. I didn't have the right tool for the job. And I was really excited because I felt like I was progressing, and I really want to finish that up. And I just, it's almost like everything I do right now, I feel like I'm sort of just walking along and just smacking my forehead because I don't have what I need. And, I was frustrated with this, and I didn't want to have to go out and buy a torque wrench. So I sort of moved my focus. I should have been going out to Uber and make some money, but we'll get to that later. There are other projects to finish in the house, and I decided to work on some of the electrical in the basement. Now, I've got 2 kids that have rooms in the basement. It's kind of like a half walkout situation. And there was a wall that had some outlets, and it needs some wire and insulation, and so I did a bunch of that. But I really had to push myself to get anywhere with it, and it's frustrating because it's not that hard. There's nothing that, it's not rocket science. I've done this stuff before. And so why is it so hard to push myself just to get this stuff done? It took me a fair amount of time, but I got the outlet boxes in, and I got the wire in, and I stapled up the insulation, and it's 80% of the way there. It's basically ready to put drywall up and clean it up. And there's probably other things that I should have worked on, but I felt, a little bit of passion, and I thought, I should get this done. And this is kind of the problem, I think. I have this sort of roundabout. The roundabouts you could play on at a playground where you jump on and someone will spin you really fast and you fly off. Well, I have one of those, but it has projects on it. Endless projects. And I work on one project, and then I feel guilty because I'm not working on another project. And I know I didn't succeed at the truck today, but I kind of made some progress. I did get it cleaned up a little bit. But then I feel bad about it, and I worked downstairs, and that's really good, but now I sort of feel bad because I didn't get something else done. If I go Uber, I feel bad that I'm not working on the truck, and it's like this perpetual negative emotion that is sort of hitting me in the face all the time, and it takes away your motivation, And this is, this video is unscripted, and sometimes I think, I should make sure I have something to talk about, but sometimes I just want to post, but taking all that aside though, you know, Christmas is coming up and we're finally in this place where we're sort of on top of managing our money. And that's really nice, because now that we're like so super aware of everything, I think that we really are able to realize how much money we don't have. This is kind of stupid, but you know, at least we know that, and at least we're planning it out. And this is probably the first time in a year where, you know, a lot of the time, Michelle will put a lot of the effort into purchasing Christmas gifts and things like that. And but we both talk about budgeting the money, and she'll ask me when is the money available for so and so's birthday. And at this point in our lives, I can actually say, oh, this amount will be available on this date, and I just know because we got to figure it out. And I feel really, really happy about that. But there's still like, you know, little debts here and there, credit cards that we want to pay off, and there's this tax bill for a property that we own that I need to pay, and I don't have the money to pay it. And I'm kind of trying to gamify it. Like if I go drive for Uber, I earn a little bit of money, and then, you know, say $50, and that's like 1% or something like that. And that's fun. On the same hand though, you know, what is the emotional cost of me just thinking about it? Is it worth just borrowing the money to pay that debt off? Which sounds kind of stupid. But is it worth it? Because then that's paid. And the problem is, if I don't pay it, that house can be repossessed, right? That's the thing that's on the back of my mind. It's very stressful. Should I just borrow the money? It's going to cost me more money, but also I know that that's taken care of. But in a way, I'm sort of digging myself down into the hole a little bit further before I get out of it. Or do I just suck it up and work hard and save up the money to pay it? And I don't really have the answer, but I feel like my thoughts are perpetual. I'm always sort of thinking this same thing and sort of being stuck in the midst of no decision. And honestly, it's just really tiring. I've just gotten so fed up with it. So I don't really know what I'm actually going to do. I'm definitely trying to Uber and earn the money to pay that off. And I guess I'm probably going to have to call, you know, a certain date, kind of the deadline, to say that at this point we should borrow the rest to pay it. But I don't know, you know. Sorry, it's such a kind of a down video, but it's just what's on my mind, and I think I'm just going to post whatever I want to post. Yeah. And also I perpetually cough as well. Don't know why. I don't smoke. Why do I cough? Probably drink too much Diet Pepsi. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.